Hello everyone, today's we are talking about the No LMIA Work Permit Procedure in Canada by 2024. The LMIA-Exempt Work Permit Procedure in Canada in 2024, a complete guide for a painless employment transition. Thinking about relocating for employment to Canada? Dealing with the labour market impact assessment is typically a complicated part of the process of acquiring a work permit, LMIA. For some foreign workers, however, Canada's International Mobility Program, IMP, provides a simplified route to employer-specific work permits without requiring an LMIA. Regardless of your background, current job status, or particular situation, this thorough book offers the knowledge you need to successfully navigate the Canadian job market. Explore the International Mobility Program, learn about the specifics of LMIA-exempt work permits, and identify the many categories that are exempt from LMIA regulations. The International Mobility Program, IMP, of Canada provides international workers with the opportunity to work in the country for a certain amount of time, often 2 years or more. IMP enables the issuing of work permits for certain categories, such as those under international free trade agreements, intracompany transfers, and postgraduate work permits, by offering exemptions from the LMIA requirement. LMIA exempt classifications. International free trade agreements. Canada has participated in a number of free trade agreements with other nations, which have allowed for the exemption of several professions from the LMIA's regulations. The Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, CPTPP, and the Canada-United States-Mexico Agreement, CUSMA, are two notable examples. Canadian social and cultural interests. Work permits that are issued in support of Canadian social or cultural interests encourage intercultural dialogue and diversity. Permits for sportsmen, artists, and entertainers who add to Canada's cultural fabric are a few examples. Intracompany transfers to Canada. These transfers, which are not subject to the LMIA, allow important employees of international corporations to move around more easily. This enables people to contribute their knowledge and abilities while working in Canada for a predetermined amount of time. The Postgraduate Work Permit, PGWP, provides a road to employment in Canada for foreign students who have finished a program at an approved learning institution in Canada. This visa acts as a stepping stone towards permanent residence in Canada and is free from the LMIA requirement. LMIA-free jobs in Canada. Due to governmental policies, international agreements, Canadian interests, considerable benefits, and humanitarian considerations, several jobs in Canada are free from the LMIA standards. Comprehending these exclusions is essential for a focused job hunt and an easier application procedure. How to request a work permit that is exempt from LMIA. Verify your eligibility. Examine the qualifying requirements in detail for the particular LMIA exempt category you are requesting. Examine your credentials, professional background, and other pertinent aspects to make sure you fulfill the requirements. Assemble the documentation. Gather the required paperwork, such as a current passport, travel permits, and documentation of the employment offer. Make sure your passport is valid for the length of time you plan to remain in Canada. Obtain any necessary travel permits, and gather documentation supporting your employment offer. Cover fees and submit an application. Send in your application together with the necessary paperwork and a $155 Canadian charge. To guarantee that your application is processed as quickly as possible, fill out the appropriate application form, include any required supporting documentation, and pay the required price. Await decision. While you're waiting for a decision, use the online system to monitor the status of your application. Efficient planning necessitates keeping track of your application progress and enduring the waiting period. In conclusion, navigating Canada's LMIA-exempt work permit process necessitates a deep comprehension of the many categories, qualifying standards, and paperwork needs. You may expedite your application procedure and improve your chances of getting a work permit without having to deal with the hassles of the LMIA by according to our thorough instructions. The LMIA-exempt work visa procedure offers a promising path towards your job goals in Canada, regardless of your background or level of education. It also allows you to work towards Canadian interests.
That is over today in video. Thanks for watching entire video. Hopefully information useful to you. See you later in next video.